listening to KCSC Radio.co. This is DJ Cowboy Killer. Today we've got a special guest on the show for you all. I'm here in the KCSC studio with my buddies Sleep Lagoon and Bad Company Only. How's it going, guys?
Hello, hello. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
Of course. So you guys just dropped a new track on Halloween that we're going to play for you guys in just a little bit. It's called Light My Cigarette. But first, tell me a little bit about how the writing process goes for you guys. Does it differ when you write solo versus in collaboration?
So personally, every time I make a song, it's completely different. A lot of the times I like to start with a guitar riff or some chords on my MIDI keyboard, but this time I was just playing a guitar riff in my bedroom, and Ethan came in and he instantly loved it, and we've kind of, we were talking about making music, but we never really connected on anything until this song.
What was super cool about this song though was Parker was playing his guitar, and I just moved into the apartment with him like 2 weeks prior, and I didn't know him before. So anyways, I heard the riff, and I was just kind of like, light my cigarette, and Parker made me record it like 10 times on the spot right there. And after that, I had to go out and do something, and I didn't come home for 2 days, and by the time I came home, Parker had a full song just made out of like this little hook I made. And just super proud of it. Never been on a song like this, and it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's unbelievable that we could have connected on something so right off the bat. It's a great experience.
Yeah, that's really cool. So you said you guys are roommates. Is that how you guys met?
Yeah, so actually I was supposed to have this fourth roommate, but some conflicts came up. So he actually came in as a random that we hadn't met him before, and we had no idea what it was going to be like to live with him. So it was crazy to hear that he was also making music similar style to me, and that we were able to actually connect, because it's very hard. Like if you make music, you'll understand sometimes it can be very hard to connect with people on a song and actually come out with a product that you like.
Yeah, that's so cool that you guys just kind of clicked instantly and had like a similar taste in music, and it all went well. I know sometimes artists can be really stubborn when you work with them, so that's really cool that you guys just kind of clicked right away.
100%, yeah. We're super glad that something came out of our session together.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
It's always super satisfying.
Yeah, oh, definitely. What artist would both of you guys, your dream collaboration be with? And it can be like anyone, dead or alive. Who would you collaborate with if you could?
Just first name that comes off my head is a band called Surf Curse.
Oh, yeah.
I personally love the lead singer of Surf Curse, and I'd love to make music with him. I think he's a fantastic musician.
I'd have to say Lil Peep. Dead though, but he's definitely one of my biggest inspirations in all of the music I've made. And without that aspect of his music and mine, I don't think I would have my own sound whatsoever.
Yeah, definitely. That's super cool. Both of you can hear kind of in the song where those two genres kind of meet. So I think that's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So what type of artists do you guys pull inspiration from?
For me, I tend to pull from more lyrics-based artists, so people that are really getting you involved in their world and their universe through either the melodies that they're making or the lyrics, because you can really kind of see into the way that they see things.
Yeah, that's really cool. I think the whole like creating a story with lyrics is really an art that not many people touch on anymore, so that's super cool.
100%, yeah.
I think for me, one artist that's been my biggest inspiration and kind of launched me into making music and everything is Carter Tomorrow. It's this artist in Phoenix, and basically he I used to send him my music right when he was first starting, and I sent him something he really liked, and he asked if he could be on it. And
No way.
so that ended up
so
being
cool.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so that song's called Malibu, and that was my first release in years. And I just definitely have to credit him a lot for pushing me to release my music, and because of that, now I have a ton of songs with him, and Yeah, it's just super cool to work with someone you've been really inspired with.
Yeah, that's so cool. I mean, like, you never expect your idols to kind of respond to you and reach out to them, so that's just, like, super sick that, you know, not only did he respond to you, but he wanted to make music with you and he liked what you do, so that's super cool.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So what songs that are you guys listening to right now that should be on people's radars?
Wow,
That is a good question.
Yeah, that is
Take a second with it.
yeah. Let me.
I would have to
let me
say
think about
one of
that.
my favorite songs right now is Days on a Wire by Case. I don't know too much about the band other than they recorded that song, their first single, when they were all 17, and it's one of the most beautiful songs ever. So I think that's definitely something that everybody should be listening to.
Nice, yeah. What genre is that one?
I'd say alternative, but I mean that's pretty broad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
It's
no,
pretty.
that's cool.
For me, there's this website actually that you can use to promote your music on it, where it kind of works where if you give five ratings, you know, to 5 different songs, then you'll get 5 ratings back on your songs.
Oh, cool.
So I actually found this one artist called Welcome Strawberry on that rating
yeah.
site,
Okay.
and they have a song called Harvest Apartments that I think is mind blowing. If you're into like shoegaze music or just like alternative music in general, it's something that I haven't seen something so good quality in that genre like recently. So it's really cool to see like a someone come out with a project like that, and I liked it so much that I actually DM'd the artist, and he responded and was super nice.
No
and
way.
yeah, and super cool experience. You know, you got to show love in the music community and give everybody a little shout out when it's deserved.
Yeah, definitely. Supporting your fellow people in the industry is definitely super important, and like creating a community and yeah, going from there. So you're talking about shoegaze. What other kind of shoegaze bands are you into?
So I love My Bloody Valentine. I know that's
Yeah.
kind of like the obvious. But also I'm really into the Cocteau Twins. I think it's so interesting when artists are able to make like a soundscape,
Oh yeah.
you know, with their music, and it's not necessarily like, I know I said I love like music with beautiful lyrics before, but for the Cocteau Twins, like some of their songs just have gibberish as the lyrics, which I think is so cool because they're in essence just creating a soundscape, and they don't want you to necessarily focus on what's being said, but what's being, I guess, what the message is through the sounds that they're producing. So
Yeah,
I think
they
that's just
definitely
awesome.
create like a new genre with that, and like a whole uncharted territory there, because even instrumental music doesn't always create a soundscape as much as that does, so that's super cool. And we have both of those artists' CDs in the studio, by the way.
Oh, killer.
We play them on
Awesome.
KCSC all the time.
That's
so
awesome. Yeah.
That's so sick.
Yeah, you better tune in while they're playing some.
Oh, yeah.
Some shoegaze, yeah.
So what's on the radar for you guys coming up next? Are you guys releasing anything that you want to plug?
We we definitely have a couple more collaborations that we've been working on. And then as far as myself, I have I'm kind of switching my style from, I guess, like more Lil Peep stuff to just what Parker and I have made on Light My Cigarette, just kind of indie alternative music. So I'm excited to get the rest of my old music released so I can just focus on what I like doing most.
Yeah, so like Bad Company only said, you know, we're constantly working on music. I mean, for me, I'm a music major at Chico State, so I'm just like every day learning new things and currently evolving my sound. But the next collaboration that is coming out for me is this song called Every Time the Wind Blows, and it's coming out with a local artist that goes by the name Sir Pola. If you're from Chico or you're into the music scene here, you'll have definitely heard his name. He's performing at Chico Unplugged and all these you know, local events. So
Yeah, he's incredible.
it's nice to get a good collaboration with him. And if you're kind of into like the boom clap kind of era songs like Ho Hey by Lumineer or Sedona by Houndmouth, this is like a song that you would love. It's a very everybody together around the campfire kind of song, which is it's kind of warms your heart to hear. So I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, Chico definitely has a lot of artists, and it's really cool to see them kind of meet each other, come together, and start collaborating with one another. And when's that track dropping? Do you have a date yet?
So we don't have a date yet, but it should be coming out early January. We're still in the process of putting final touches on it, so we want to give it enough time to breathe and set up a marketing plan for it and everything, so it gets the max potential.
Yeah, definitely. And is that one going to be streaming on all platforms?
That one's going to be on all platforms under the name Sleep Lagoon and Sir Pola. Give us both a follow as well as Bad Company Only, so you can get updated on Spotify or Apple Music, whatever you use.
Yeah, definitely check them out. And before we play the track here, why don't you guys tell me a little bit about what the song's about?
Well, that's a good question. I think Light My Cigarette is primarily about how I at least look at it is, a night out with someone you love, but I guess there's like, unsaid tension that, you can't figure out, but while she's asleep, you're stuck in your head. And I also am hopelessly addicted to cigarettes, so just kind of made sense for me to write the song about that. But yeah. But do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I think kind of the overall message is just kind of being having a good time with someone and being so like enthralled with someone that you're just like you're kind of just in this dream in this dream state, and it's like not everything's clear, but you're just like light my cigarette and that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nothing too serious. It's just kind of about having a good time with somebody.
Yeah, I love that. So I want to thank you guys both for stopping in today to answer some questions. And without any further ado, here's their newest track, Light My Cigarette by Sleep Lagoon and Bad Company on KCSC.
Light my cigarette and hold my hand. I don't want this night to